Primitive dolls, decorations, farmhouse, rustic, you name it. Hello, my name is Jersey, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you a brief look inside my home of some of the primitive dolls and items that I have made and displayed throughout my log cabin home. This is Miss Jojo, otherwise known as Miss Josephine. Her pants were repurposed clothing that I had for my son 25 years ago. The wool dress was actually a wool skirt that I had owned. And this is Mr. Jojo, known as Big Joe, and the two little neighbors that he has next door visiting him for the day. This is the cotton and linen table runner that I just took off the loom and finished this week. The fabric for his pants was woven by my children over 25 years ago as part of their homeschooling projects. Just a simple twill. It's a very hard flax, and I walnut dyed them. His body and his shirt is made out of 100% cotton. This is made out of linen wove. Linen I wove. This is cheesecloth. This is reproduction 1800s. And these are the little candles that we would dip. And these what we put on our birthday cakes when the children were growing up. And here's some more yardage that was woven over 25 years ago. I save it, and then as I make a project, I cut it up into clothing for the pants and shirts and dresses. This is a twill. It's like a mostly linen, a little bit of cotton in it. But this is what I cut up for their clothes. And here is 6 yards of linen that just came off the loom. Who does not love linen? This I'm definitely going to cut. I'll make a few towels out of it, and then the rest I will make yardage for the primitive dolls. Here's a little sample of the red. I had some warp left on the loom, so I threw some red through it. Leave comments below. Which one do you like better? The red or the blue? And then I made this a few years ago. I put him out every 4th of July. This I got at a garage sale for 50 cents, and I had some crackle paint, and I just crackled it. I was able to find a flag that was actually made in the USA. I put a twig through it. And these are the types of decorations that I buy after Christmas that are on clearance, and I save them through the years to use on my primitive dolls. And made him years ago. I made his hat. This is actual wool that I wove, and then I felted it so it became one piece of wool fabric. And this is a small jar of buckwheat hulls. I usually have a larger jar up in my craft room. This is what I stuff into the fine little points, like his feet, tips of his fingers. And then the rest, I used to put alpaca in them in a lot of all my primitives, but moth bugs get in them, so I no longer use alpaca. And this is what I use now. This is a natural cotton. It's not bleached or anything. It even has some of the seeds in it. This is what I'll use to stuff them with. I never ever use polyfill. And this is a basket project that one of the children, or even maybe I, wove during their homeschooling years. I have several of these. Unfortunately, we never dated them. This lamp I got for $3. I adore him. At the thrift store. And I have several really nice lampshades that I swap out with my lamps. But this is how I decorate it for the month of July. Here's some more 4th of July decorations. I made this quilt almost 30 years ago. I made 4 of these placemats, and this is all aprons. This is a little doll quilt. Every one of this is from aprons that I've collected over the years. And I machine quilted it myself. Same thing with that one. And this is my wool heart that I also put out for Valentine's Day. I got that recently for like $9. It's a beautiful piece. I don't know who makes it. My heritage is Dutch, so anything with little windmills and stuff I usually buy. Makes me think of my grandparents. This is a small quilt wall hanging I made many years ago. I actually made two of them. This one. And there is the other one. It got damaged. And it actually covers the pillows for the chairs outside. And this is called a Bargello style of quilting. And this is a rag rug that I wove out of sheets and I dyed with walnut hulls. This is a crocheted cotton doily that I also dyed with walnut hulls. And this is my 100% cotton bed skirt that I dyed with walnut hulls. And this is an antique armoire that I gave it the chalk paint farmhouse look. This is a $40 dresser, same thing, chalk paint. And the mirror was $35 from an antique store, chalk paint. These side tables were made from pallets and I gave them a pickle finish with whitewashed, watered down. The lamps were $2.50. They were a gold and I spray painted them silver. And the shades I got from a garage sale for $1 a piece. The headboard is a floating headboard. I got it from the thrift store for $10, actually the Restore, and I chalk painted it and attached it to the log wall. And there you have it, how I decorated in farmhouse, rustic, primitive, all rolled up into one. Last month in my bedroom, I had the lakefront scene. If you like this type of content, please subscribe over to the right, hit the all bell notification, and I thank you for stopping by today.